All right, welcome in computer science students. In this video, we're going to talk about how we compress and copy files from our node machine to our local machine so that you can submit your files for Lab 1. So we're going to start by compressing the files on our node machines. Now, if you know how to compress them on your computer, you can feel free to copy the files over individually and then compress them. But for the sake of maybe ease of use and also uniformity across everyone, so I don't have to talk about Macs and PCs, we're going to compress on our node machine first and then copy over. If you did it a different way, that's fine. You just need to make sure that you have a compressed file to be able to submit. So first, I've put my lab01 in its own folder. Whatever path you followed to get here is fine. Just be sure that you have access to your files that you want to submit right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use tar to zip it up. I keep using the term zip because I'm used to zip folders. It's actually its own thing. It's called a tarball. But we're going to use tar to do this. It's a command line that allows us to compress a file. So tar space -cvf is what we're going to use to compress it. And then you give the name of the file you want to compress to. So you may as well do yourself a favor and follow the naming convention right now. lab_0x1_ your last name .tar. So be sure that way I know that it's a tar file that you're submitting to add if you had the .tar there. And so now you just list all the files you want to compress into it. So we'll do, I guess we'll start with fib. Fibonacci.s, colats.s, and is palindrome.s. Okay, and it will echo out and confirm that those files were able to be compressed. So if you type ls now, you should see a nice red lab01 your last name .tar. That way we can be sure we submit with the right naming convention. Okay, so now we're done on our node machine with one exception, which is we want to type pwd before we leave so that we know the path to our working directory. That's what we're going to use when we do our secure copy. Okay, so let's exit our node machine, still having this available. You'll notice here I'm on my desktop. You can navigate to whatever place you would like. If I look at my whole list of options, I could move it to documents, and that's probably a better place, but I'm going to use desktop for this video because I want to be able to drag and show you the file once it's been copied, just to prove that it worked. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and use secure copy to copy our file. And with secure copy, you give the source, the file you want to copy, and then the destination, the folder you want to copy it into. So we're going to get the source, which is, for me, Ryan at node 0. And then once you're in node 0, the Ryan at node 0 part gets me through home and then my username, which is Ryan. So wherever your username is, you've now copied through to this point, or you've connected to this point. So all you need to provide is the rest of the path. So for me, it's going to be labs and then lab01x. So labs/lab0x1. And then a / and then the file you want to copy, which will be lab_0x1_matfeld.tar for me. And then importantly, you have one more thing, which is where do you want to copy it to? If you just put a dot, that will say the current directory. So wherever you've navigated yourself to, this is where it will copy it. I've navigated myself to the desktop, so it's going to copy to my desktop. It'll ask you for your password if everything works, and then it should copy just fine. Let's see if I can show you the folder itself, the file itself. Yep, there it is. So this I'm just dragging over from my desktop right next to the terminal to show you that the file did copy. I now have my lab0x1_matfeld.tar copied, and this is the file that you just submit in the link on Moodle when you're done. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise this should get you to where you can submit one zipped file with all 3 of your assembly files for Lab 1. If you have any questions, please let me know in class. See ya.